The agricultural initiative of the state government is yielding results with the cultivation of wheat, rice, onions, and maize, amongst others. The pilot agricultural scheme was initiated after the September floods to recover farm produce lost to the waters. On September 2024, Maiduguri and 3 local governments with some communities were submerged underwater due to the overflow and collapse of the Alau Dam. Besides the loss of lives and properties, millions were displaced and farmlands were not spared from the environmental disaster. One of the worst affected farming community is Zambarmari of Jere local government, known for its rice bowl pride. Most farmers who were expecting bumper harvest lost their hard-labored efforts. The state government, after the flood, swung into action and constituted the Agricultural Transformational Committee to provide interventions to revive the food produce in 17 local governments. The project aims to make Borno the leading producer of wheat and thereby reducing importation. Today, it is harvesting 1,000 hectares of wheat and other crops. Many farmers in Zabarmari praised the initiative, revealing that their expectations from the state government became a reality and got the needed support.
This initiative was as a result of His Excellency Agri Transformation. You know, the Borno State government has Agri Transformation Committee under the Ministry of Agri. So the Executive Governor of Borno State, Engineer Professor Babagana Umar Zulum, has directed that immediately after the flood, we should look for a way forward for the farmers, because most of the farmers has lost their crops due to the flood. So therefore, the Agri Transformation team under the Ministry of Agri came out the committee under the leadership of the State Secretary to the State Government, Dr. Bukar Tijani, and the co-chairman is the Honorable Commissioner and has 26 members. We came out with this plan that in all the areas that the flood has happened, how are we going to intervene? So we have Jere, we have about 17 communities under the Jere Bowl. When we say Jere Bowl, is about 4 LGS, the Jere itself, Mafa, Kondiga, and some part of MMC. So we have this intervention in about 17 LGS. But in this Zabarmari location, we have a partnership between the farmers of Zabarmari and the Ministry of Agri. So we have about 180 hectares of land of wheat here. We started it around November, and you have seen now we have been harvesting it, and at least we have achieved something, though we have some little challenges, because this is a pilot program which will going to be continued in Borno State by the grace of God. We cultivated about 840 hectares of land around the Jere Bowl, but the Borno State government has not only invested in this area, this one alone. We also have it in Baga, where we have about 500 hectares. We also have it in GB, in Biul LGA, where we also have about 500 hectares. We also have in Dikwa, but in Dikwa is maize and onion, not wheat. So in all this, and we also have in Bama, where we also have 500 hectares in Bama for wheat. So all these areas we have wheat, and some of the areas we have maize and onion. You know, it is going to increase the wheat. Most of the wheat, as you have seen, it is coming out from it's coming into Nigeria from outside. But this year alone, we have many. We're going to have many tons of wheat in Borno State. So this will going to make the state a wheat production state, and it will even going to increase the gross domestic product, the GDP of the state.
Okay, so is it a continuous assessment?
Yeah, it's a continuous assessment. You know, we want to make it in all these areas, which is very much possible. We're going to have 3 cycles of farming. This is what the intention of the government. From November early, we're going to cultivate wheat, we will going to terminate it around February, and from February we will going to transplant rice on where we harvested the wheat. Then, you know, all this area is a floodplain areas. So in most of this area, the community has a conventional farming. They will just going to broadcast their rice seeds, and when the rain come, it will grow, and after the rain they will harvest. So now the government, the intention of the government, every farmers will going to have a 3 cycle of farming in all these areas. You know, most of the farmers, they don't know, they have the land, they have a lower aquifer that they will going to have water, but they don't know how to make use of it. So now we come out with a way that 3 cycles of farming will be done, and we make some advisory service with them, and we're going to continue by the grace of God. Yes, as you can see here, right from the clearance of the land up to harvesting, it was done by the government. The government provided the tractors for clearance the land, for harrowing, for flowing. Then the government also provided tube wells to each hectare, to each acre of land, and also come out with seeds and fertilizers as well as agrochemicals, all provided by the government in order to empower the community. Because most of the people, as we come here, they lost everything due to the flood. So now the government come out with a complete package that will going to help them and empower them, so that the next year, I think these people that you have been seeing, we don't need to intervene next year. They have everything, so they will going to continue. From next year, we'll just move forward and look for those who don't have it, and the government will going to bring more input to them, and we're going to continue like this until the government empower most of the farmers. That is the intention of His Excellency the Executive Governor of Borno State. He wants to empower each and every farmers that has the interest in farming. Yeah, this is the, I think during the insurgency, everything has left. Zabarmari, I don't think you have come here before for the first 10 years, because you have been hearing many things on the media. But as of now, the security situation is very relapsed now around this Zabarmari area, and we have a very good harvest. You know, this is the first time we have 1 or 2 challenges, but we're going to improve on it. Next year, everything will going to be better. But as of now, we have got at least the minimum that expected from the harvest. It's going to be, even this rain season, the government has a package for the wet farming. So next year, dry season, we're also going to look for another areas, not the same areas, because these areas, if you look at it, they have boreholes, they have 2 conventional water forms, some even have solar water form provided by the government, and they have seeds, the one that they cultivated. So all this area that we have intervened this year, the next years they will going to continue. And I told you, you know, we have over 4,000 hectares of land around the Jere Bowl. We only have 840 this year. So next year we're going to take at least more than 8,000 so that we intervene. So up to every year we're going to do until we reach the maximum. You know, the harvester machine, Borno State government has over 23 of this combined harvester. So now the government came out with it so that it will going to be very useful for the community. If you look at it, what we have done here is in a commercial rate. So it is the harvester machine that will going to do it well. So from this year up to next year, for every farming, the government will come out with harvesting machine so that it will going to harvest the palms of every farmers by the grace of God.
All right.
Well, the only thing that I should add, you know, if you look at the effort of His Excellency the Executive Governor of Borno State, is just to transform the agriculture in the state. So every farmers should come out, because if you look at the security situation, it's a relapse as of now. So let them come out for their farm. The government will going to help them to cultivate their land, and will going to have, you know, the confidence that I will going to give to the farmers. I started coming here from November up to now, nothing happened. And you also know that the government came out with a very big initiative. He provided the security facilities to all the security sector of the state, as you have seen what the Excellency has done. And we equally have agro rangers around all these areas that they are moving from morning to the evening. And you also, even during the rainy season, the government has provided this big Borno Express. They will take them to their farms and bring them back. As you all know, that security is also attached. So if you look what the government is doing, it at least have done something about the security. So it is now the people should come out for their farms, because the government has done many things in order to secure the farmers in their farm.
Okay, you have said a lot about the CCLGS. What are you targeting by next year? Is there only this is like a CCLGS?
You know, the CCLGS that we are targeted is possible for dry season farming. It's not all the LGS in Borno which is possible for dry season. It is only 14 of them which dry season is possible. So from next year, and government has done it before. I think you all know what's happened in Damasak for the past 4 years. The government has provided everything for the people in Damasak, as they have a very bumper harvest of rice. So these are the part of the local government which has been left this year. So, and the next year, we're going to take more local government as well as the present ones, because the present one have a higher hectares of land that's available, which is also secured for farming. So we're going to make use of all this land which we left this year. And because of this, many people have interest on farming, because they have seen it clearly that the government is ever ready to help the farmers. So many, I very much no doubt that many people will come out next year. So, and the government has the intention of helping each and every farmer as well. If they are very much interested, they have the commitment in their farm, then the government will going to help them with all the necessary inputs that will going to help the farmers to grow more food.
Gaskiya mun ji daɗi kuma an tallafa mana. Dan da ba ma da wannan ci gaba, daga baya Allah kawo mana shi, muka sa hannu biyu muka karba. Wa'in suna ganin ba zai yi ba tun da ba a yi, muka ce su zo a yi, sai ce a in gwamnati ce ta yaudare mu, muka ce a mu tun da ba a yaudare mu ba sai mun ga ƙarshen fin din. Kuma gashi yanzu mun gani mun zo muna yankewa. To gaskiya sai mu ci Allah saka musu da alkhairi, kuma irin wannan gwamnatoci muna son Allah ya taimake mu da irin su. Dan tun da ake yi ba a taɓa mana irin wannan ba. Bara injiniya Satomi ya zo ya gwada ya yi nashi, kuma bana mai girma gona ya ce shi ma zai zo ya gwada, kuma duk an yi an ci nasara. Na Satomi ma an ci nasara bara, bana kuma mai girma gona ya ce to shi ma za a zo a gwada, kuma Allah ya kaddare an gwada, an ba mu tallafin da duk ya kamata a ba mu na noma. An ba mu kowane manomi a gonar shi an yi bohol, an ba shi inji, an ba shi alkama, an ba shi taki, fetur kuma kyauta ake ba muna ba da ruwa. Saboda haka mu sai dai mu ci Allah ya saka musu da alkhairi, kuma Allah ya taimake su a cikin manufofinsu, kuma Allah ya ba mu iko musu biyayya. Noman baɗi insha Allah kaga mun samu ilimi, da ba ma yi, yanzu mun samu ilimi, an ba mu ilimin noman alkama. Da an mun yi noman damana ya gama shi kenan, sai baɗi sai damana ya saki dawa. Suka ce mana ai ba haka bane, za a yi noma har kala uku ma a kafin damana. Za mu iya, in mun cire na damana za mu iya musa alkama a Oktoba. In mun cire shi za mu iya musa shinkafa a February. Za mu iya musa shinkafa, kuma shi ma za mu iya mu cire shi kafin saukar ruwan sama. Suka ce noma uku za mu yi, kuma yanzu mun gani yanzu akwai shinkafa a nan ma za mu iya musa. Wasu daga cikin masu sa shinkafan, kaga kenan noma uku za mu yi. Za mu cire na damana, musa alkama mu cire zuwa watan 1 ko watan 2, sannan kuma mu sake musa shinkafa shi ma wata 4 mu sake cirewa, kuma mu shiga damana. Saboda haka kaga mun samu ilimi, mun samu ci gaba, kuma da wannan muke kira ga sauran manoma insha Allahu, da wannan tallafi za mu iya ciyar da wannan jiha gaba da abinci, har ma da sauran Najeriya baki da insha Allah.
To baba ga zabar Mariya ɗaya daga cikin
gaskiya ne abin da ya kara mana karfin tallafi, karfin gwiwa akan wannan noma. Tunda muka fara noman nan aka yi wani maja tsakanin Nigerian Army da police da kuma civilian JTF, cewa su ba manoma tsaro a duk inda suke, dan aga an yi wannan noma lafiya kuma an gama lafiya. Kuma tunda aka soma wannan aiki ba wanda ya ja da baya, kullum gonan nan akwai security a cikinta, a waje akwai security, akwai soja, akwai police, akwai civilian JTF. Sannan kuma suka ce in mun ga wani abun da zai damar da mu da gauga mu gaya musu. To har yanzu Allah ya kaddare har an zo yanka ba mu taba ganin wani abu wanda zai razanar da mu wanda har za mu zo mu yi musu report cewa akwai damuwa ba. Saboda haka gaskiya kira na ga sauran manoma waɗanda ba su shiga wannan harka ba kuma suna jin tsoro suna cikin gari, ina kiransu cewa daji yayi lafiya su zo mu shiga aikin nan da su. Shigan mu dajin shine zai sa a gane cewa lalle dajin yayi lafiya, sannan abun da zamu noma mu kawo dama shi yake rike garin. Idan muka ce mu taru cikin garin gaba ɗaya jejin ba abun da za a kawo, ai garin ba zai zauna ba. Saboda haka muke kira ga sauran manoma ƴan uwanmu da suka gudu suka shiga gari, to alhamdulillah an samu zama lafiya da kwanciyar hankali, su ma su fito kamar yadda mu muke, dama mu muna waje ba mu shiga garin ba, to su fito su same mu domin mu gyara gonakinmu a ci gaba da noma rani da damana, zan mu samu mu rike wannan jiha tamu ta Borno da ma Najeriya baki da insha Allah.
Gwamna sai dai Allah ya ƙara mishi imani, mun gode kwarai da wannan tallafi da ya kawo mana. Allah ya ƙara mana da rayuwa kuma ya ƙara tallafa mana kamar yadda mun kai bana ba mu saran wannan abin zai kyau ba, to muna fata idan Allah ya kai mu da kuma ya ƙara tallafa mana. Kowa duk wanda kaga bai yi ba, kowa yana da niyya in rai ya kai ayi, alhamdulillah Allah ya saka mishi da alkhairi. Aikin da yayi ya yi kuma wanda ya turo sun ka wakilce mu, ubangiji Allah saka musu da alheri, su bulama su shabbala alhamdulillah a zabar mari, dan saboda wannan aikin ya ba kowa sha, dan ba wanda ya aza wannan abin zai haka ga. Muna godiya da gwamnati zulum da wanda ya wakilta musu shabbala su bulama wannan alhamdulillah.
To yanzu shekara mai zuwa wani kwarin gwiwa za ka yi?
Shekara mai zuwa ni ko heta 20 inda na samu alhamdulillah, kuma ina so Allah ya bani abin da zan gyara su ya zo ya gani kuma ya tallafa muna. A tsaro alhamdulillah ba shakkun komi, saboda wannan ko karfe 10 na dare na kai na tafi gida alhamdulillah. Nan ma muna kwana nan alhamdulillah, ba komai fa, ba fargaba fa alhamdulillah, kuma Allah ya ƙara tsare mu. Kuma noma yanzu ne an ka fara insha Allah, yanzu ne an ka fara. Muna godiya, ku ƙara gode muna ga gwamnati zulum, mun gode kwarai, Allah ya ƙara mishi karfin gwiwa ya wuce shugaban ƙasa. Muna nan tare da shi fa, a zaɓe sai ya wuce shugaban ƙasa an Allah ya yarda. Sha'ibu Itabu Zabar Mari, muna godiya, Allah taimaka muna.
We can wait until January to start rice farming, but for now, at least between the two seasons, there is wheat. When you are busy, the more you are busy, the more you get. Yes, we really get it. We really benefited. So, you know that it reduces the combined harvester. There is it reduces post-harvest loss. You know, before local harvesting, there are so many loss in local harvesting. By the help of combined harvester, the time is managed, the time and the labor requirement is also reduced. It is our community. We are born and brought up here. We have no place more than that. Even the time of insurgents, we are there in the Bormari. So by the help of the security agencies, from here, the Bormari, you can go to Koshebe and cross to Mafa. There is no any threat or security matter in this area. So this means, this encourages us to come out and farm. More than that, you can see this is Bobe Eka. This area is Bobe Eka, and we have seen the importance of that with cultivation. So by the help of Almighty Allah, by next year we will improve. I have 1 acre this year. I was trained how to do the wheat farming. So by next year I will at least add 1 or 2 acres. We really appreciate number one, the effort of the Borno State Agricultural Transformation Committee. Since the beginning of this project, we are together with their being with us. We are together with them, and also I would like to also use this opportunity to forward my appreciation to the state governor for coming to our aid at this time of hardship by assisting us with water pumps, tube wells, fertilizer, every other inputs, include petroleum. They gave us petroleum for free, so we really appreciate them.
The wheat production scheme is also replicated in Baga town of Kukawa local government area, a town once inaccessible due to the activities of Boko Haram. The initiative is part of Governor Zulum's agricultural transformation drive in building resilience in resettled communities, job creation for youths, and improved food security for economic growth in the northeast region.
An aerial view of one of the wheat farms in Baga town of Borno State in the Lake Chad an area previously inaccessible due to insurgent activities.
Here is one of the largest wheat farms in the Lake Chad, and with the harvest season in full swing, wheat yields are reported to be higher than anticipated, promising to provide a means of livelihood for many resettled families, a renewed hope for food security and possible export.
Tonon bohol ne ya kawo wannan jejin da muka zo muna tonon bohol kuma sai muka ga cewa lalle wannan abun da ake din da gaske ne ba da wasa ba, sai muka yi kokari muka kutsa muka shiga ciki kuma alhamdulillah kwalliya ta biya kudin sabulu.
Ai da mutum bai sai zo a nan bai, yanzu gashi mun zo, yanzu gashi za a je har can za a je a abin da kaga alhamdulillah lamarin tsaro, sai dai su ma jami'an tsaro din ya kamata su ƙara ƙarfin gwiwa.
Ya ande kam lartik dai na garin karama lartik da nelewa alai sudura isu taman lewa ba da tarzu alai kamar da ndara nelewa sudura isu lartulan barin da abuyi kintan da boye koyo kumaro ande de dir kumaro kam doi na languzuna bare isu da zuna da shinkafa la amayar ba ko na shinkafa grade kam duniye dena.
The Borno state government has played a crucial role by providing free combined harvester services to ease the harvest process, ensuring a smooth and efficient collection of crops.
We are expecting 2.5 tons per hectare in this. And you can see, through the wisdom of His Excellency, even the combined harvester we're using for free for the farmers. It will cost a farmer way over 30,000 to harvest 1 hectare of wheat. But His Excellency is doing it for free because he wants to stimulate food security. He wants people to come out and farm, resilience building, job creation, economic empowerment, so that the era of free food will be over.
We have now fully resuscitated and revived the Baga folder project, which was abandoned for almost 2 decades. Is now fully back to life. As you can see, everything is very okay here as the harvest of wheat is ongoing. And since we commenced this harvest, the market price was depressed with almost 7% in Borno. If we can put more effort to revive the complete South Chad irrigation scheme, believe me, Borno State alone can contribute 20% of wheat consumption or requirement in Nigeria.
The wheat farming initiative also targets to support resettled communities and bridge the consumption and production statistics of the country.
Solar mega farm wade sai tulur barazu gwamna so da kamar wa yakin ma fixing to do yakis sunna marma ba am san masa sanna kur kamar kur mota ka tafi la kamar sai ya indina do sunna be kamar kur karaka ta sani.
With the promise of higher yields and reduced cost, the wheat farming industry in Borno is providing a pathway for long-term growth, contributing to both food security and economic development in the region. In Baga for News Central, Umaru Kirawa.
And that wraps it for Rising Borno. See you again next week for a fresh, interesting edition. I am Dorcas Yakubuzala. Goodbye.